Have you ever wondered why Mozambique is called Mozambique? The name actually comes from a person, not a place. Today, we're uncovering the surprising story behind the name Mozambique, a tale that connects continents, cultures, and centuries of history. The story of Mozambique's name is a vibrant narrative that reveals so much about the country itself. It tells us about ancient trade routes and powerful local rulers, showing how interconnected our world has always been. For Mozambique, the name carries the legacy of Arab traders, Swahili city-states, and Portuguese colonizers. This isn't just a lesson in geography, it's a detective story where the main clue has been hiding in plain sight all along. The name Mozambique is a testament to the idea that places are defined by the people who have lived there and told stories about it. Let's dive in. Hello, and welcome to CSEP Arapandi, the channel where we discover the hidden stories behind country names. Our mission is simple. Every name on the map has a tale to tell, and we're here to uncover them. These names are more than just labels. They are windows into history, culture, and the human experience. We sift through ancient texts, study old maps, and connect the dots between language and events to bring you the real stories. Why is America named after an Italian explorer? How did a mythical queen lend her name to Europe? These questions drive us. Today's chapter is dedicated to the beautiful African nation of Mozambique. Our journey is about making history accessible and engaging for a global audience. We'll journey across oceans and deserts, meet sultans and sea captains, and witness the moments that gave birth to the names we use every day. We are thrilled to have you join us as we unravel the mystery behind one of Africa's most evocative names. Before we dive into the story of its name, let's first find Mozambique on a map. Mozambique is located on Africa's southeastern coast, stretching along the Indian Ocean. Its strategic position has made it a crucial gateway between the African interior and the wider world for centuries. Mozambique's geography is dominated by its stunning coastline, dotted with archipelagos and islands. These islands and coastal towns have historically been centers of trade, culture, and power. The name we are investigating today first took root on one of these small but incredibly important islands. This incredible location on the Indian Ocean is the key to understanding Mozambique's history and the origin of its name. It was into this bustling, cosmopolitan world of trade and cultural fusion that our story's main character and the Portuguese explorers who followed him would arrive. So, who was the person Mozambique was named after? The name comes from an Arab trader and local ruler named Musa bin Bikwe. Musa bin Bikwe was the sultan of a small but important island, later called Mozambique Island. He was part of a vibrant Swahili and Arab trading culture that flourished along the East African coast. These traders established a network of sophisticated city-states and ports long before Europeans arrived. Musa bin Bikwe was a man of power and prestige in a world that was already highly globalized. When the explorer Vasco da Gama and his crew arrived, they were entering a region with a long and proud history. Musa bin Bikwe's interaction with these newcomers set in motion a chain of events that would forever change the region and immortalize his name on the world map. To grasp the significance of Musa bin Bikwe, we need to understand the world he inhabited. The Indian Ocean was a superhighway of trade and communication, connecting East Africa with the Middle East, India, and Southeast Asia. Merchants from Arabia and Persia established trading posts along the Swahili coast, creating a unique and dynamic culture. This exchange wasn't just about goods, it was also an exchange of ideas, technologies, religions, and languages. The city-states that dotted the coast grew wealthy and powerful from controlling this trade. The arrival of the Portuguese at the end of the 15th century was a massive disruption to this established order. Mozambique's island became a key battleground in this new struggle for global power. In March 1498, a fleet of Portuguese ships under Vasco da Gama anchored off Mozambique's island. Da Gama was on a mission to find a sea route from Europe to India by sailing around Africa. When they arrived, they found a thriving port with ships from the Far East. The Portuguese sailors and the island's inhabitants viewed each other with curiosity and suspicion. Mozambique, believing the Portuguese were Muslims, offered them pilots to guide them to India. However, cultural and religious differences led to hostility. The Portuguese, with superior naval firepower, were determined to assert dominance. The Portuguese, attempting to pronounce the Sultan's name, Mozambique, corrupted it into Mozambique. Within a few years, the Portuguese seized control of the island, built a fortress, and established a settlement. The island that once belonged to Mozambique became the capital of Portuguese East Africa. For 400 years, the island of Mozambique served as the nerve center of Portugal's colonial presence in southeastern Africa. As the territory under Portuguese control grew, the name Mozambique began to stretch as well. It was no longer just the name of the island. It started to refer to the entire collection of Portuguese-controlled territories. The modern borders of Mozambique were largely drawn during the scramble for Africa in the late 19th century. It was during this period that the name Mozambique was officially applied to the entire colony. Finally, in 1898, the colonial capital was moved to Lourenço Marques, now Maputo. When the nation won independence in 1975, the new leaders chose to keep the name. Thus, the name that started with Mozambique had completed its journey, representing a large, diverse, and independent African nation. The name Mozambique is much more than just a label on a map. It is a powerful symbol of the country's long and complex history. It embodies centuries of interaction between Africa, Arabia, and Europe. The story begins with Mozambique, representing the deep Islamic and commercial ties of East Africa. The Portuguese adaptation, Mozambique, marks the beginning of European colonialism. For over 400 years, the name was tied to Portugal's imperial ambitions. Today, for the people of Mozambique, the name has been reclaimed. It represents their national identity, their shared struggle for freedom, and their hopes for the future. The name Mozambique is a living piece of history, encapsulating a story of trade, conflict, and ultimately, resilience and national pride. In the end, the story of Mozambique's name is a remarkable journey of how one person's identity became intertwined with a nation's destiny. It all started with Mozambique, a local sultan on a small island. His name, mispronounced by Portuguese explorers, grew to encompass a coastline, a colonial territory, and finally, a proud and independent country. This single name encapsulates the very essence of global history. It shows how different cultures can meet, clash, and merge, creating something entirely new. The name Mozambique is African, Arab, and European, reflecting ancient trade routes and the struggle for independence. The story of this one country's name is in many ways the story of our interconnected world. Thank you for joining us on this journey at CSEP Erpandi, and we'll see you next time for another story hidden in a name.